At Radford Dale, let me tell you a little bit about that. So I'm the Alex Dale. I started it in 1998 with my very good friend Ben Radford, and we both met originally in Burgundy. I grew up in Burgundy, in France, and when I started to do vintages down here in the early 90s and discovered the potential of this incredible land, I would go back to Burgundy every year and just marvel at it and wait to come back the following year for a month. And Ben Radford and I met in Burgundy, and we happened to come down to South Africa completely by coincidence also at the same time, did vintage. And then we both immigrated here literally months after Nelson Mandela became president in 1994. That was the reason I moved here, on the back of the Mandela miracle, inspired, and wanted to explore the potential of South Africa, the wines that South Africa could make that wasn't making in those days, the terroir that were ignored, taken for granted, unsuspected, with the amazing geology that we have here, mountains everywhere, with the cool ocean right next door to that, the potential for incredible terroir-driven wines is unmatched. And we have the oldest soils in the world in South Africa, 600 million-year-old soils, with a freezing cold ocean, lots of sunshine, and viticulture for 360 years. So I knew it was a treasure chest. We just had to know how to locate the locations that work specifically for each varietal, and to not get in the way, allow the vineyards to express themselves, to make wines with as little intervention as possible, trying to work with organic vineyards where we can, or developing organic sites, or those which were more conventionally farmed to improve the viticultural aspect, and then in the winemaking use as little intervention as possible, as little additives as possible, and really make wines that talk to their origin, their terroir. And that's what the Radford Dale wines are all about. They are terroir-driven, individualistic wines, each one representing a single site. And within that, most of those are single vineyard wines, which is why we have quite a lot of them. We don't make a lot of wine of any one wine, but we make lots of wines cumulatively. As much as we're inspired by wines of provenance, wines of character, it's important to me as well, moving to South Africa on the back of the miracle that happened in 1994, that we also provide leadership in ethics and in social upliftment, and being inclusive and being a place where people can learn, where they can progress, where they have pride in what they do, and a career and a future for their families. And we work very hard at that. It's a big part of who we are and what we do. And it links into everything that we think about the soil, the way that we think about working in the cellar. Our people are an equal pillar of our business, because that's what we are in the end of the day. We're a business, and wine is what we do from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to bed at night, and people are a big part of that. I think one of the other things that distinguishes us in the way we've approached our winemaking is that we want the wines to be balanced, and apart from not using many additives, or sometimes none, we also like wines with a lower alcohol. We always have done, natural acidity, so we tend to pick earlier, less ripe, very little new oak, if any, in some wines, and alcohols which are between 10 and 12.5 typically, sometimes in the 13s. But we don't need to make big, powerful alcoholic extracted wines, white or red. We can make pretty wines, we can make elegant wines and balanced wines. And that way you can drink more, which is certainly what we tend to do. So that's an introduction to Radford Dale. I happen to have an incredible team. You'll see Jacques in another one of these videos. He's head of viticulture and winemaking. And if you go on our website, radforddale.com, you can meet everybody. It really is a team of incredible people. And we have a lot of fun in what we do, and hopefully that shows in the wines. It's great to be back in Sweden, and we have a lot of friends there. I personally go there regularly and have enjoyed it for a very long time. So I'm delighted that Brett and Fear and Cape Wine Experience are featuring our wines. So I raise my glass to you all. Tack!